start development? John, just looking forward to the scrimmage tomorrow. What are you paying attention to? What are you going to be looking forward to? I guess, what do you want to see out of your guys tomorrow when you guys do scrimmage for the first time?
The big thing will be, number one, is their effort. Okay. Then we have to then look at the execution of the calls. You know, that'll be a big indicator to how we can progress with this young group. And if they can grasp some of the concepts and do it against, you know, our offense in a competitive situation, that would be a really, really good sign. If they're struggling, we're going to have to make some adjustments and curtail to their, you know, learning curve and maybe pull back on a few things. But we've thrown a lot at the defensive players. It's been full speed ahead. It is a lot, especially for a freshman. And you know, you find out a lot about kids. You know.
Do you feel like then you've seen good enough effort from them?
It's been inconsistent. You know, the older guys, you know, they understand it. There's flashes of it, but overall, it's not their habits right now, and that's our job as coaches, to make it their habits.
John, are you going more at them because you had some fun with them this summer, or
yeah, that's a part of it, and then the other part of me is just give it all to them, or as much as you can, and then just keep repeating it. Take a break, don't install for a couple days, and then, you know, kind of see how it sinks in with them.
Having the entire staff back this year, has it helped in terms of being able to kind of fast forward things, or does this defense kind of wipe out that?
The youth of the defense really wipes that out. Unfortunately, Coach Martinez won't be covering anybody, and Coach Stripling won't be rushing the passer. So it's what your kids know, and there's so many of them out there. I mean, we count those stripes in the picture frames. I mean, there's 7 guys in the front 7 all have a stripe on their helmet, and it shows. But they're working hard. They're going to be all right.
You get the impression that these guys are eager for tomorrow to, you know, show their stuff.
Oh yeah, I think they'll come out. They'll be fired up. They'll be ready to play, and that's why I want to just call everything like I would normally call a game, because I know that there's going to be some excitement. There's going to be some emotion there that they're going to have to fight through, just like more of a game-like situation, and hopefully they can calm themselves down and follow their train of thought, follow their training, and execute. And that's really what I'm hoping to see, you know, tomorrow.
Coach Jones had some good things to say about Derek Barnett. What have you seen from him?
Oh, Derek's a tremendous talent. He's strong. He's quick. He can change direction. Very great, in great shape, great physical condition. And I think that's to, you know, the credit of our strength and conditioning staff, and to also Derek. But he's very. You can throw a lot at Derek. You know, he's a guy that can pick it all up and have it make sense, so he's doing a great job.
Isn't that lack of strength, isn't that the holding point for most freshmen?
Yeah, you know, obviously the strength of an 18-year-old versus a guy who's been in the weight room, you know, 4 and 5 years, is not going to be equal. But Derek's extremely powerful, and he's got great leverage and balance.
So many young guys, is it more value? Are these scrimmages, I know you only get so many of them, are they more valuable because you have so many young guys?
No, they're extremely valuable. One, you don't get to tackle all that often anymore, and then for us, it's the closest thing we can simulate to a game. So it's going to be you know, again, they're going to have that anxiety of a game-like situation, and so they're going to have to really focus in. You know, that's when your anxiety's high and you're amped up, and that's when you make mistakes as a player, and so that's going to be the thing that we're going to be able to gauge. How much can they handle in a very highly competitive situation?
We won't be able to.
Do you get the sense any of those guys have started to really catch on, or most of them still kind of swim?
No, I mean, by and large, they're close. You know, it's not detailed as we'd like it, but it's inconsistent. You know, which is the trait of a true freshman. You know, they'll do it right one time, and then 3 plays later they'll do it wrong, or they won't put their eyes where they belong, or they won't play with proper leverage and proper technique. So it's just repetition. It's just coaching the same thing over and over until it becomes a habit.
How much tougher is it to evaluate them on tape, watching all the practice film, when you have young next to young,
and you don't necessarily have those guys.
Yeah, you don't have a guy out there helping them. Yeah. Yeah, that's where Brian Randolph can come in. You know, Brian can tell them what to do at times. But no, you have to let them sink or swim. You know, it's really that simple. Either you're going to get it or you're not. And if we're out there handicapping them and communicating for them, or if an older player's out there communicating for them, then they're not truly learning it. You'd rather have them make mistakes now and correct it and move forward so that eventually they feel comfortable with everything.
How are Jordan Williams and Demaria Mixon adjusting to the move inside?
They're doing well. You know, they're not the biggest guys in the world, that's for sure, but they're playing with better leverage. They're playing with better hand violence. They're guys that can get off blocks and run and change direction, so those things are certainly a positive. We were able to do more as far as, you know, some of the line stunts, you know, having those guys exchange gaps, and those things will be more effective than they were, you know, last year.